In the news today, I saw something that bothered me. These people who are stuck in the past, they dwell on things that are not relevant until the words just go by so fast. So fast that they didn't even realize that I wasn't listening. You see, you lost me when you started talking about the white man and how slavery today still has us bound. Can you imagine after all these years how ignorant this statement really sounds? I mean, I'm bothered by the news that show this generation that uses Africa and racism and prejudice as an excuse. So you want to be stuck on that? Then I got news for you. Whether you're born in the projects or raised with a silver spoon, you still have the ability to rise above the so-called average too. I mean, after all, the final decision to be somebody is totally up to you. I mean, yes, we know that Africa is the land of our ancestors and it should be acknowledged. But hello, we live in America. Shouldn't we be focused on the opportunity to get an education and go into college? I mean, if you don't take advantage of it, the foreigners will. While you dwell on prejudice and insecurities, well, why this and why that? If you don't become educated enough, you'll be stuck in the $5.75 an hour position. Stuck right where you at. And so I'm bothered by the news that hypes violence within the same culture. I mean, shouldn't we be concerned about the innocent girls who are beaten and molested by hideous vultures from this man who could care less whether it's his son or daughter? I mean, when are we going to wake up? So I'm bothered by news of certain types of religions, and don't be offended by what I'm about to say. I mean, we live in America, right? Okay then. I'ma toss these spoken words my way. Wondering how some believe in God and will tell you that the creator is a man. I don't understand. So I stand confused. Did I forget to read the local papers and you know I watch the news? Well, here's some news for you. Man was formed from a creator not designed to be God. See, that's odd. To think that man could be anything other than human. So in the news today, the average Joe wants everybody to know that the creator is just a figment of one's imagination. He's not just a regular man. He's the one that have all power in his hands. I mean, any figment outside of that will not have the answer. Because being human, we carry too many flaws that stink like a cancer. And these books, written by men's hands as most religions to believe them to be true. But as soon as you quote scriptures from the Holy Bible, they contradict themselves and then, well, they don't want to hear you. They start asking unnecessary questions like, where did Noah get his wife? How is that relevant to how you should live your life? In the news today, These politics makes excuses for discipline and abortion. Next thing you know, children will have rule over their parents and sue them in court for extortions. I mean, why not? They suing for everything else. Don't you have the right to chastise the child that you raise? Beat they behind and say it's either my way or the highway. And if you don't like it, you can go your way. Okay? I mean, the news. The news. I think I've said enough already. And after all, it's just me. The more I hear and the more that I see makes me want to write down some more stuff, you see. Child, please. I ain't finna let the rest of this stuff bother me. So no hard feelings if you've been offended. Just a little advice that it pays to live your life right. And no, I'm not the one to judge what you do by day or night. It is your responsibility to stand firm in His sight. And if you've done wrong, apologize. Make it right. I would hate to be bothered again by someone who refuses this message. Alright? This news bulletin has been brought to you today by Conscious Minds.